In our mission, we encompass in our values social capital. Social capital, my own story is I'm an immigrant, I'm first gen, middle child of 11, and I did not have parents or family members that were in college, tech careers or otherwise. So we are intentional with our social capital support is to bring in the mentors and the people that are relatable to their own experience of the students. They were either immigrants or their children were immigrants or English was a second language like mine was. We tap into advisors and champions that are part of our movement. So within social capital, we're talking about at all levels and in all different sectors. So whether it's in corporate and we bring in entry-level professionals that can share experiences and they are supporting each other and they want to support our participants, or those that are already in upper management and even in C-suite, we provide social capital that also will address changes in policy, changes in systemic changes, the leadership, the legislation, the policies in universities, the corporate HR programs, how they recruit, how they create job postings. Many times they're unrealistic, they're not practical, or they're not in line with attracting the most talent, the best talent. We bring those with experiences that will help overcome some of those barriers and challenges, whether they're entrepreneurs, whether they're small business owners, whether they're in government, whether they're in corporate higher ed. I mean, in all areas, there's a lack of representation. And so we bring the experts in those areas that we tap into that come on a per project basis. We can do fireside chats, any kind of shared experiences that cannot 100% replace what others may have in their social capital, their parents and their business, having businesses or being from universities or all those things that are so important in besides academics is having those connections. It's about connections, it's about relationships. So we bridge that gap, we fill those holes of lack of, so that we can accelerate and address those other aspects of being successful in a career that involve that journey, that pathway. And so my own experiences of 40 plus years of my career as CPA in corporate, as an auditor, as an entrepreneur, as a leader in many different areas in the civic engagement. We bring others with their own aspects. I'm learning from them, they're learning from me, and that's what we apply in our programs. They go above and beyond the traditional offerings that you see, a plethora of courses in tech, and yet at the end of the day, it hasn't moved the needle. And the tech status quo needs to be disrupted, and the way to do it is to try something more holistic that is truly going to be pipeline, expand from addressing the teachers' needs to bringing students earlier and younger to bringing professionals that have been successful that are now eager to help because they saw themselves going through that and they don't want others to go through the same, or at least they want to provide their own way of helping, of paying it forward as I have. Each one of us can, in one way or another, make a significant contribution in your own community, in your own school, in your own employment. It's possible, and this is the movement we're talking about. So join us and let's have these continued conversations, ultimately of action, of impact.